Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He is more Luke's friend than mine, really, and I'm quite sure I only invited his wife.
Bow chicka bow wow.
I'm only interested in girls, thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to 4pixels. Koku and Kimi are here, along with Buttons and Leifule from Cacophony of Games, and we are continuing the letter. And last we left off, we just started on Hannah's chapter. We have no idea what happened to Isabel. Let's hope she's still hanging on. But
much to our angst.
Yeah. Alright, but let's go ahead. Check we have a new profile. Yep, Hannah. Take it, Kime.
Okay, so Hannah Wright Nee Evans. No, whatever.
Nay.
Yeah, that's the thing, thank you. April 30, Taurus. 31 years old. What, really? Okay then. She's 5'7". Occupation, heiress. Former finance manager. She's British. She has a religion and she's Anglican. Master's in Business Administration, major in accounting. She's smart.
Mm-hmm.
She likes
Bouillabaisse?
Bouillabaisse.
What is
dogs.
that?
Bouillabaisse is a gumbo-esque thing.
Ah.
Okay. Dogs, fashion, parties and dancing, the beach, children, iconic woman, charity and math. Blah blah blah. Of the Luxburn upper classes, Hannah is used to living a life of luxury. Absent parents made her crave for attention, though, something she gained from her private tutors and nannies instead. It was never enough, however. She studied hard in order to make her parents proud, going into business so that she could work alongside them. The challenge in her otherwise privileged life was certainly a thrill for her, at the very least. She had many suitors, dating different men and women, but it was...
I'm so excited, I'm sorry.
But it was through work that she met Luke. It was love at first sight for her.
Bad taste.
Upon her parents' death, Luke proposed to her. That was the move that led to the merging of Wright Enterprise and Evans Incorporated and her subsequent retirement. Their 7-year marriage is strained, but Hannah tries her best to make it work. 7 years? Wow. I thought she was younger.
Same. But okay. They play.
Sorry.
She was eaten by the curse.
No!
We didn't even show the letter to her.
Yep, you didn't even need to wait for the letter to be shown to me. I just died. I just fucking died. Sorry, no, I was muting my mic because I was trying to adjust it so that it doesn't pick up vacuum noises.
Okay.
But okay, so I don't know, should I start off with the story and just get it out of the way, or just wait for an opportune time? I'm sure someone will get possessed at some point, right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
If my story has to do with possession.
Then go for it. Go for it right now.
Boy. So, we live in a 2-story house, and it used to be that my bedroom was upstairs in the other room, where my mom currently lives, and the playroom was downstairs. So, one night, it was probably 9:15ish or something like that, between 9 and 9:30. I, for some reason, decided I really needed something from my room. Ran up the stairs, the hallway lights are dark, my room's dark. That's usual, that's normal. Everybody's in the living room watching TV. I run down the hall, I literally take one step through my doorway. It feels like I just ran under a heavy, dusty curtain. There's no heavy, dusty curtain in my doorway, guys. My family wasn't that creepy. All of a sudden, I am frozen in place as suddenly I am flooded with memories that I have no memory of personally. Something like a young kid who had lived here before and was brutally murdered in their sleep. And after like a minute and a half, I snap out of it. I look around the room. I immediately get creeped the fuck out and I run away.
Yeah.
Understandable.
So I tell my mom this, and she's like, "Oh, you probably just walked through a ghost or something." And she's like, "Thanks, Mom. That just makes me feel so much better."
You probably just work for a ghost. Like,
probably isn't wrong.
And this is before my dad astrally projected himself through the house too. So creepy shit happens here.
it kind of runs in the family.
Little bit. This is also after, Mom was haunted by an occult book and had a mysterious Ouija board that just showed up and then disappeared. I'm just thinking she lost it, honestly. Ouija boards are fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, so that's my spooky story. I got temporarily possessed by a ghost. Got to relive their nightmares. It's like, guy, I have enough of my own.
Please.
It's like, please don't. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. But now that we've got that out of the way, let's actually continue with the story.
With Hannah.
It is far too easy to get them to pay attention, enraptured. They hang on to my every word and follow my every move. All of it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile if we are honest. And a few are downright inappropriate. After all, I am...
Hannah Wright!
There's a moment of agitation as a familiar but less than welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face.
Is he police?
It looks like he might be some form of...
Military police, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I don't recognize the crests.
True.
Of course, I have to keep a benevolent smile and greet him as I greet any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads, being famous in his own right.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
He is more Luke's friend than mine, really, and I'm quite sure I only invited his wife.
Bow chicka bow wow.
I'm only interested in girls, thank you. Much like I am only friends with the chief inspector because of Luke, Luke is only friends with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity for the Lee matriarch. It was an odd sort of relationship where we would have awkward double dates.
Sounds awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even recall his first name. It started with an N, I think. I might be wrong. Aside from being Chief Inspector of Luxmorn Police, his wife Rochelle Lee Nevance owns a general electronics company, fridges and freezers mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favourite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight. I see the husband isn't with you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The way he eyes me up is enough to make my skin crawl. Ugh.
Mine too.
I just wish Luke is here to fend off the more unseemly of our peers. You know the ones.
I'm sure we all do.
Mm-hmm. Men who are just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets, and getting close just because my husband is not here. And to think they have the gall to do this at my own party. In my own house, if I might add. But like any high society woman worth her salt, I know how to handle it with grace and dignity.
Kicking him in the nuts.
Exactly.
I suppose you're looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately. Rochelle isn't here.
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor.
Pot meat kettle?
Yeah, right? Fuck.
The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with a doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
You know her, like.
She's always pregnant, that one.
Well, if they're that close, it's probably more of a thing where you don't have to be like, oh, by the way, my wife is pregnant. Like, you know what I mean?
We make small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he would not leave my side after finding his place there. Much to my chagrin, I've been extricated from the few who flock in hopes of flattering, for I can tolerate them far better than Lee. He is a nice enough person, and I adore his wife, who's obviously the brains behind the two.
Rip.
She's just dragging him so hard.
From what we've seen so far, well deserved. I like you, Hannah.
Mm-hmm. But there is something unsettling about him.
Aside from being a creep.
I'm kind of put off by the fact that they gave him an obviously lower class accent in comparison to her.
Oh.
I couldn't really recognize that myself.
It's the lower class is used in a very loose sense of the term because it isn't truly, but like when you look at British period work where there's a high class, low class dynamic, anything that isn't the like traditional haughty British is considered lower class.
I see.
I do not trust him as much as I want to. He regales me to tales of Luxbourne Police Department, a different affair to the usual gossip I am privy to, and though I loathe to admit it is interesting nonetheless. I expect the topic of business to die out quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. But oh boy, was I wrong.
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the policemobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the lieutenant chasing on foot and screaming about theft. The look on his face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my. You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
Rochelle has a strange love and hate affair with Lee. He is a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judging by the way he acts.
How did he get the position he did then?
I know, right? Wonder. Maybe
Sorry.
a little bit of nepotism. Was Daddy the police chief?
Probably.
Maybe a little bit. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years.
How old
Dude,
are
how
they?
old is this guy?
Yeah.
Is he like 40? Maybe.
Eternally
Actually,
young?
that's possible. A lifetime if you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with Luke. I, on the other hand, well, Luke is no Lee. I should be happy about that, I suppose. Although my darling did have his moments.
How many illegitimate children are there?
Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
No, I don't. But a flat in downtown? I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what any woman would love to hear.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
The place
sounds
away
like
from
your
the
wife
city.
adores you.
Even started looking at the ads. I spied an interesting lot, actually. Heard it was finally put up for sale. Or that something mansion, you know the one with all the ghost stories.
I know what he is talking about. There are really only a few urban legends around here. It's...
The Ermagood Mansion?
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her. Not to mention all the expenses a place like that will be a real fixer-upper. You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task.
Please
Oh,
refer
really?
them to Isabella.
You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course. It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy, too. Such good taste.
Oh, that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace. She worked for the Exodus for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom. I think I have a business card, right? No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called, what's her name? McCullough, Marianne, I believe, yes.
Ah, so you're the culprit.
But
Yep.
if anyone were to get that place in McCullough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself. This place
So
is
this is
starting to
before
feel a bit
the whole
small
thing.
lately anyway.
Yep. Sure, a 3-story penthouse might not fit the definition of small for some people. For most people, my dear.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, I'll take that off your hands. Just
Yeah,
pay it
gladly.
for me.
Please?
Yeah. Just pay it forward.
Home place?
We'll all just live there. Don't mind that it's haunted or anything. We'll all just live in the penthouse. Okay, maybe a lot of people. But it isn't big enough to have grand parties in. As it is, I only invited about 30 people to this one, and it already feels cramped in here. It certainly would be nice if I didn't have to ride an elevator up and down several floors before I can get anywheres as well. All Luke's words, not mine. Sure. Besides, I have been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he anyway? Seriously though, where the hell is your husband?
October 21st.
Alrighty, well, we will go ahead and wrap this episode up right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh no. No! I honestly was not expecting this. I thought she would be the final boss in a genocide runner. I don't... Well, but this music. Oh, wow. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god!